Welcome back, podcast listeners. This is the We Know Ball podcast. Today we are teaming up with Underdog Fantasy to bring you guys an amazing deal. If you go ahead and sign up using their mobile app or their website and you use code WKB when you sign up, they will give you a deposit match of up to $100. That is an amazing deal. So take advantage of it while you can. Sign up, use code WKB, and get on to some daily fantasy. Welcome back, everybody, to the 10th episode of the We Know Ball podcast. I'm your host, Brandon, and got both of the co-hosts today, Arian and Isaac. Say what's up, guys.
What's up?
Welcome back, Arian.
Yeah, we missed you.
We missed you so
about your
much.
golf shift swing last time.
We don't miss your golf swing.
I don't miss it either.
No, but before we get into the episode, I want to tell our viewers about the giveaway we have going on Twitter right now. If you go follow us on Twitter, it's WKB podcast _. We're giving away a free jersey once we hit 500 Twitter followers and 200 YouTube subscribers, since we're uploading on YouTube now. So that'll be fun. Make sure you guys go do that.
Speaking of, we're on YouTube now. We're uploading on YouTube now. In case you wanted to see us talk instead.
Yeah. The Suns had an amazing win against the Bulls today. I'm so happy about that. 129-102. What are you guys' initial thoughts on that?
Well, Brandon, why don't you I want you to tell specifically the audience, because we kind of know already, but I want you to let the audience know, like, what's up with
a little thing that happened today?
Why, just your feelings towards the Bulls and the kid from tonight.
So I already hate the Bulls because of things like this. This is the exact reason of what happened tonight. So before the game started, I'd say game started at 9, probably like 7:30. Kid that I knew in my sophomore year of high school texted me and just said, the Bulls are going to beat the Suns tonight. And I was just like, okay, like, sure, whatever. I was like, we don't care about regular season anymore anyway. It doesn't matter to us. And then he kept going on. And then eventually it got to the conversation of, he said LaVine is better than Devin Booker. And that just grinded one of my gears in my soul. It made me so angry. And I even made a tweet because me and Arian were talking about it before you came into the call. There's a better debate for Zach LaVine.
Oh, I saw that tweet.
Yeah, there's a better debate for Zach LaVine and Darius Garland than there is a debate for Zach LaVine and Devin Booker.
I like LaVine and Mitchell now.
I still think Mitchell is
actually not, because I think Mitchell's way better than LaVine.
Yeah, there's still a tier over there, and I think Zach LaVine is in that tier.
LaVine, okay.
Yeah, Zach LaVine is closer to Darius Garland than he is to Devin Booker.
Where do you have Harden?
Probably 2 or 3.
You count him as a shooting guard because he kind of plays point.
Yeah, I do, because I don't know. It's so hard to talk about positions in basketball now. It's not traditional anymore. It's not like how the Suns play. Like, perfect example. Jokic. He doesn't play like a center, but he is a center. You know what I mean? I think it's the same for James Harden, because especially now on Philly, he has Tyrese Maxey, who is their
crazy
point
that
guard.
Maxey's playing the 2.
Yeah, who's technically their 2, but I would still consider James Harden a shooting guard, which Devin Booker is playing better than James Harden is this season. So,
facts.
But it's just back to the whole LaVine and Devin Booker debate. Devin Booker is a tier or 2 tiers above Zach LaVine. There's no debate between that. So I want every Chicago fan to shut up about that.
Zach LaVine is what everyone thought Devin Booker was.
Oh, exactly. And the thing that really fucking blew my mind today was this kid tried to tell me that Zach LaVine is a better defender than Devin Booker.
Yeah, the TikTok.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he sent me a TikTok. Not even that. He said he's a better defender in words. He said it in words. But his only comeback was
gonna say it.
Well, I don't know, the TikTok. But his only other comeback was a TikTok comparing the two, where they just chose Zach LaVine over 90% of the topic. So
Yeah, there wasn't even stats used or anything. It just said LaVine.
literally, yeah. But yeah, Devin Booker and Bismack Biyombo combined for more points than Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan today. So I
And how many points did Biyombo have?
think he had 2.
Great. That's awesome. You love to see it. Yeah, I think this, I mean, this wasn't like, I don't want to say this was a below average Booker game because he had 20 in the first half, but like his assists and rebounds were down from what they usually were.
Yeah.
So
This wasn't even Devin Booker's best game, and he still outplayed their 2 stars. So
no, yeah, I feel like Booker Loki had like a kind of down. I mean, 28 points in 32 minutes is nothing to scoff at, but like Booker had 20.
It also
What's up?
seemed that he got taken out in certain situations. Like he didn't play much in the third quarter, and then he came in with like 5 minutes to go in the fourth or something like that. I don't remember the exact time, but he came in later in the fourth and then got subbed out a minute or 2 later. So
Yeah. A lot of what I noticed that they were blitzing him, double teaming him like half court. So
Oh
yeah,
my God.
his numbers not going to look too good.
yeah, and they weren't doing that the first half either. So that's why he
Uh,
was able to get 20.
Yeah.
Dude, but the fact that like
Pass.
Devin Booker gets double teams thrown at him literally every single night now.
Yeah.
He doesn't go a game without seeing a like a double team.
He's still dropping 25 plus a night.
Yeah.
And he still gets his 25. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just it's just clear at this point that people are just don't actually watch the Suns.
No.
Because if they did, they'd know.
hmm
But they just don't know. So it's just clear at this point that they don't actually watch the Suns.
No.
I wish tonight's game was like an ESPN game or something because nobody watches NBA TV. So people are just gonna look at the box score. Granted, they see Devin Booker had 28 points.
On like 56% shooting.
Yeah,
He's 10
but
for
like
18.
I don't know, man. They just refuse to. They refuse to. I don't even know. I can't even describe it. It's just an insane level of like stubbornness. That's all I can describe it as.
Yep.
But Devin Booker tonight had 28 points on 10 of 18 from the field, whereas DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine combined for 31 points on math 7 of 21 shooting.
Yep. And Zach LaVine also had 10 free throws.
Zach LaVine went 1 of 7 from the field.
Yeah. He had 12 points on one shot.
He was missing wide open layups. He missed like 2 open layups. I'm so like that's just a really awful like bad night. But like you don't see that. Devin Booker doesn't really have like. I'm really curious now. I'm going to look at his game log. I want to see the last time Devin Booker had. Let's say he had when he had less than like 24 points.
Yeah. He never has these nights where he makes one shot. It's never like that.
Oh, I don't
Actually,
even...
he has less than 24 hella, so I would just say less than 20. What do you guys think Devin Booker's last time scoring less than 20 points was? It was a long time
specific
ago.
game or
I
won't
mean,
give a
no, don't be a
month.
specific
I'll give you a
game,
specific
'cause-
month. It was probably January.
No,
I would
Okay.
say December.
no,
Was it February? Was it last month?
it was February.
Who'd they play?
It was the Bucks when we blew them out.
Oh, okay.
What did he have, like 18 or something?
He had 17.
Okay.
He shot 31%. That was the last time he had like a bad game, like less than 20 points.
That's the thing. Like LaVine, this time he shot 1 for 7. It's like I've never seen Booker shoot one, like make one shot in a whole game.
Yeah, there's never a time. I'm trying to find like his
just-
worst shooting percentage. Probably he shot 21% against the Pacers. That looks like his worst. Yeah,
trying to
that's his
look
worst.
into when the
Actually, he
last
shot 20% in the first game of the season.
I
Okay.
bet there's not been one time in Devin Booker's career that he was a starter that he made one shot the whole game. I'd be willing to bet that.
Yeah,
First year,
I think that's safe to say.
I wanna see.
I don't know how you'd find that, but
Also, another thing about Devin Booker is that he went to the lines. He went 7 for 7 from the free throw line today, which I actually saw a stat this morning that he attempted 6 free throws in his last 4 games, 6 free throws total in 4 full games, which I think is insane for someone that has the ball that much and gets fouled that much. Just doesn't, they don't call it.
yeah, he has it. I mean, we've talked about his whistle, like who gets the most whistles and stuff before.
Yeah.
And that was when we had Keys on, and I think we ended up determining that if he got the same calls as other like as the top stars, he'd be averaging like 30.
Yeah.
So
Because like 7 free throws in this game is like, it seems like a lot for him, which is
it
not.
is.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. That's not like, for someone his caliber, that's not enough, like whatsoever.
Yeah, I have it. I literally have his game log. He like before that, he shot one free throw, two, 5, 4, 8, and then 6. And then before that, he shot 9 against Houston, 2, 3, 3. So he gets good calls, I'd say like 1 out of 3 games.
Which that's crazy to me.
So I'm looking
Yeah.
at his game log from his rookie year. He has not had one game where he's only made one field goal when he's played more than 18 minutes.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that is.
That's actually wild. Like Devin Booker, I feel like at the end of his career, I feel like he could end up in like the top 20, top 15 of all-time scoring leaders.
Easily, I think, yeah.
Where is he now?
I
What
was
does he
just
have
gonna check.
now? He's at almost 11,000. He's going to hit 11,000 in the next couple of games.
That's crazy. Cause yeah, I know he has to be up, like not up there, but like somewhere close, because he's been averaging 25 a game for the last like 4 years.
11,000 points.
Yeah,
The
that's
fit it puts him. Let me see. He's pretty low.
yeah, but there's a big disparity because 100 only has 3,000 more points than 200. And then
Devin Booker
50 only has
is
3,000 more than 50 only has 3,000 more than 100.
Devin Booker is 328th on the all-time scoring list.
So if he averages next season, say he hits, we'll just say 11,000. He's going to hit it this season and have more. But
No, yeah, he'll probably get to. Trying to think how many games are left. There's like 9 games left, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
So, and he scores like, let's say scores 26 over the next 9 games. 26 times 9, 234.
yeah. So if he averages just 25, for the next
He
25 for the next, let's just say, what, 3 years, he would already be top 50.
Which I think he could easily do that, considering he's like what, 26,
Because that would
25?
give him 6,000 points. It might not be
yeah, he's
exactly 50.
25.
Yeah.
Might
He
not
doesn't
be
turn 26 till October.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
So if we wanted him to be top 10 in scoring, right?
Yeah.
He would need 17,000 points. We'll say 18,000 because I don't know I'm not going to go by each individual number, but and he averaged 25 points a game. 18. he could do it in 8.5 seasons if he scored at lowest 25 points a game for 8.5 seasons, he would be top 10 at 27,000.
That's crazy. I mean, that's not accounting for like other players also scoring.
Yeah, and injuries. That's if he like
Yeah, but still, that's kind of crazy.
Like,
all right, let's circle back and start. Devin Booker. I mean, he had a great game. He usually does. Not a surprise at this point. Something I want to talk about today, and I think everyone will agree, is DeAndre Ayton was kind of incredible today.
He really bullied Vucevic a lot.
He made Vucevic his bitch, and his effort though is what I want. He had 12 or he had 10 and 8, I think, at halftime. Like his effort on the boards tonight was amazing. And I think I think part of it, I mean, this is just completely speculation on my part, but it might have been from like wanting to prove that he's better than Vucevic, like once and for all. Because like I've been on that for like months now, but I feel like a lot of people didn't really think that. But Ayton ended the game tonight with 20 points, 12 rebounds on 8 of 11 shooting, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 3 offensive rebounds, whereas Vucevic had 16 and 7 on 8 of 16, which isn't even bad, but not as good as Ayton.
He took a lot of terrible shots though too.
Yeah, he had like a decent stat line, but he didn't look good. He couldn't hold Ayton on defense. It was I mean, it's not even. Ayton only played 24 minutes too.
Yeah, he did sit a lot.
Crazy. So
I definitely think he could have gone for 30 easily if he played 30 minutes tonight.
Yeah, Vucevic had his stat line in 26 minutes. So whatever.
Torrey Craig hasn't missed a shot in two games.
Facts. That's wild.
35 points in 2 games. No missed shots.
I think I saw someone on Twitter literally predict that he would have like 14 and 10 on 100%. So shout out to whoever that was. I don't remember who it was, and I'll never be able to find the tweet, but shout out to that guy. I have a extreme like hypothetical for you guys. Let's say Torrey Craig, if he's starting, he doesn't miss a shot, right?
Okay.
His shot tendency doesn't like go up, like he doesn't shoot more. He like shoots the same amount, but he just doesn't miss. If you have a player like that, like is like guaranteed to not miss, you have to start them, right?
Yeah.
So then statistically, like analytically speaking, until Torrey Craig misses, he should be the starter over Jay Crowder. We're also 2-0 with Torrey Craig starting.
I wouldn't mind it, especially that we're 57-14, that it's not going to affect anything too much, especially like if he's shooting 100%, why not?
It'll be interesting seeing what Monty does, because Jay Crowder should play next game, because he was already questionable for today. He should have played. I'm curious as to what Monty will do. He'll probably still start Jay Crowder, but this might be something where we see.
That's like nothing's actually going to change. It's just a fun hypothetical.
But it would be nice to see how he does off the bench. Like after Torrey Craig after his little resurgence, see how much it changes.
Well, this is just like the most aggressive regression to the mean we've like ever seen. So I don't know that he's going to shoot 100% for a third straight game. I wouldn't bet on it. So I think we probably see him start becoming more of the like 35-36% shooter that we're kind of used to him being, which I mean, we're not going to complain.
No.
Right? Like, but we've been seeing more of the Craig that we loved last season and the Craig that we traded for. one that cuts. He's slashing more now. He's hitting threes, and he's rebounding.
That's
He
all
has
he
like 20 rebounds in the last 2 games.
Did he have
What
10
else?
last game or did he have 14?
He had 14,
Yeah, so
and then he
it's
had
almost-
9 tonight.
It's 23 boards.
yeah, he you can't ask for anything more.
You
like, at all.
literally cannot, and he's playing good defense.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally can't ask for anything
Especially
else
with
from
the
Torrey
type
Craig.
of shots he's hitting. It's not like he's just hitting
Yeah, that like
open
last
shots
second
into three.
shot over
Yeah.
DeRozan. I thought there's no way this goes in. What? Nope. Just
Yeah.
whatever, man. Yeah. Torrey Craig, great. Campaign also is someone I want to talk about. He looks so comfortable out there. Right?
Yeah, he
Like,
had a quiet game to me. Like I know he went off. Like he had a good game, but I didn't like notice it. It wasn't noticeable to me.
Yeah.
He's so good at finishing at the rim though.
Yeah.
there were a couple of times tonight where I was just like, he just kind of floats there with the ball like this, and it just, like it just goes in. He's just so good at that shot.
Yeah. The biggest complaint we had in the beginning of the season was how he doesn't use his he doesn't use his right hand when he's driving on the right side. But he's doing way better at that now. And you can see it in the results. Obviously, he's finishing at the rim way better.
Yeah, this is like I tweeted this today when we were running it up on the Bulls. I said that if you took Chris Paul and Jay Crowder and Cam Johnson off the Suns, that's still like a playoff team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That team's still winning at least like 45 games at minimum.
I
Like
agree.
we just saw them dismantle the Bulls. And the Bulls are like what, 4th in the East?
Yeah.
So
6th, I think. No.
really, did they
The
drop?
East
Oh
is
yeah, the East is so
very close.
tight. They probably did drop that much.
They're literally a game and a half behind or out of the play-in. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're 5th now.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 6th. But I know they're
But
super
the
close to the
play-in
play-in.
is 7 through 10. They're
A game and a half or 2 games.
they're 2 games out of the play-in. The East is going to be interesting, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt them being a play-in team. That's kind of where I predicted them to be.
It's really it's gonna be really tough for them in the
It's so difficult to make like guesses about standings in the East because of how close it is.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't feel comfortable betting on any other than Miami being first. I don't know that I'd bet on anything in the East right now.
Yeah, and the Bulls also, I'm pretty sure, have the hardest remaining schedule in the NBA right now.
Do they?
'Cause
That's kind
they
of tough.
they have to play, their next remaining games are against, let's see, they play Toronto, Milwaukee. These are like the hardest games they'll have. Toronto, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Miami, Milwaukee, Boston.
Every
And then
team.
they also play New Orleans, who's been pretty hot. New York, Washington, the
New
Clippers.
York is not a tough team.
I mean, we only beat them off a buzzer beater. So
We're missing. All right.
I'm just saying. So, but New York, Washington, Charlotte.
Washington is even worse than New York.
I know, but they still.
You said you're listing their tough games, and you're just listing
I
every
said they're
every
tough games, and then I said after that I'm gonna list their next games, which I don't think those
my
are easy
fault.
games for them.
They're struggling.
I
They
can-
should be.
I can see
The Bulls
Washington.
are on a 3-game losing streak right now, though.
I can see Washington beating the Bulls.
I guess it wouldn't shock me. Nothing in the East would shock me though, dude. Like none of those teams except like not even the Pistons or Magic are technically eliminated yet, are they?
Nope.
I think the Pacers got eliminated today.
The Pacers did.
Yeah, and
So the Pistons and Magic definitely are.
Yeah, I think those 3 teams are eliminated.
But teams 12 through like seeds 1 through 12 in the East are completely in flux. Whereas the West, it's Suns, and then The Grizzlies and Warriors. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Grizzlies have 2 locked up now because Steph's out. The Warriors are probably dropped to like 5th.
You
But
know what's weird to me with the East being so tight, they still have a lot more teams that are like eliminated from playoff contention than the West. Because the only team eliminated from the West is Houston at 17 losses. But
wins.
yeah, or 17 wins, sorry. OKC and Sacramento are still kind of close. Not OKC as much. They're 9 games out, but Sacramento is only 4 games out. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an interesting question I want to pose to you guys. So do you think the West is better because they have more teams with more wins? Or do you think the East is better and they all just have like the same win-loss ratio because they just all have to play each other more often?
The tough one.
this is my thing with that is
Because and then sorry to stop. Like,
no, you're good.
but like the Heat, I feel like are not like a crazy amount better than like the Cavs.
No, I agree.
I feel like the Suns are like tiers above the Nuggets, who are the 6th seed in the West, but the Heat are not like drastically better than the Cavs. I feel like.
I
Does
could
that
agree with
sound
that.
crazy?
No, but
Yeah. My bad.
no, go ahead. All right, you can go ahead.
I was saying is that the West is more top heavy. Obviously, like the Suns, Warriors, and Grizzlies are really really good. But I do think the East has better teams, like more well rounded. It's more well rounded than the West. They have more quality teams circling around the whole standings compared to the West. Because after like the top 5 or 6, there's like a pretty big drop off. Disregard the Suns after that.
I kind of agree with that because I think our bottom like 3 teams, so like Sac, OKC, and Houston, I don't think so. Say you put like our bottom 3 against their bottom 3, so Sacramento against Indiana, I'd probably take Sacramento on our side. OKC against Detroit, I'd probably take OKC. And then Houston, Orlando, I don't even know.
Houston.
Yeah, so I would take all 3 West teams on our side. But the reason I think that the West is better, and this is what I've always thought, is like you still play people. Like it's not like you're playing teams from your conference that much more than you are teams out of your conference.
Well, you play teams from the other conference each twice, and
Mhm.
there's 15, so that's only 30 of your 82 games.
Yeah, but you also, yeah, exactly. Well,
So you play 52 games against your same conference.
Yeah. See,
right.
my
I
thing
guess
is
there
that-
has to be a stat where you could see like top teams against other top teams, like win-loss ratio in that. But
I mean, yeah, you can do that on stat news. You can see like Heat record versus Bucks. Is that what you want?
yeah, and then do Heat record versus Memphis.
The Heat are. Oops.
See, and I don't think that's like a crazy
They
good.
only have it for last season.
I'd
That's
want
kinda
to I'd
tough.
want to see like their top 6 against each other, and then their top 6 against our top 6, and see what that would be. But I
This is
think that would
getting
be just too
very,
much work.
very complicated.
Yeah, that would be just way too much work.
my thing is that like obviously we have our like the Suns is just on top. They beat everybody. But I think after that, it's not like it's pretty even, honestly. Like you see the Warriors lose to these Eastern Conference teams a lot, and Grizzlies lose to them. It's like it's pretty even in my opinion.
The Heat went 2-2 against the Bucks and 1-1 against the Grizzlies. So there you go.
Mhm.
That's a
I
helpful
saw it
stat.
here. So
50%.
the Heat are 30-13 in conference. which would make them 17-11 out of conference. And then the Bucks are 26-18 in conference, which would make them 18-8 out of conference. And
Damn,
then
the Suns are better out of conference than in conference. That's actually not surprising. Actually, I feel like the Suns conference record should tell you everything you need to know about the East.
is that it's
Because
easier?
the Suns have more losses against the West than the East.
Mhm.
Granted, they play more West teams, but they beat pretty much everybody.
The only Eastern Conference teams we've lost to are Toronto, Boston, Milwaukee,
Boston.
Miami. So that's 4.
Those are like the top teams too. Most of them anyway.
So there's one more team that we've lost to. Did we lose to Atlanta? We lost to Atlanta, right?
Yeah, we lost to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's the 5th team. So
I mean, Boston is 4th, Milwaukee's 2nd, Miami's 1st.
Boston has been amazing recently. I
Yeah,
saw
they're
that
still only 4th, which is kind of crazy.
they have the number 1 defense the last 15 games. And then Jason Tatum's been going crazy.
We don't play them again, do we?
I don't think so.
No, we don't. I'm excited so we play the Kings on Sunday, and then I'm excited for the stretch after that where we play Minnesota, Denver, the Sixers, Warriors, and Grizzlies all in a row. I think that's going to be a really important stretch for
mhm.
the Suns, especially without Chris Paul, because we're really going to be able to see how the team fares against playoff teams without some of their best players. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm fully confident. I honestly believe with the current team we have that we could win all of these games. I have no doubt in my mind.
Yep.
I agree.
Like, honestly, if we had to, I would be comfortable taking this current team into the playoffs
Without Chris Paul?
if it really came down to it. Like if Chris Paul God forbid he has a season-ending injury, and we have to run. Let's say we have Jay and Cam Johnson, but if we have to go with campaign, I'm still obviously it gets a lot more difficult, but I'm still not gonna be oh no, we have no chance now.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be campaign. If he plays like this, I still think we're probably the favorites.
Yeah. Chris Paul has been out for almost exactly 1 month now. So
Yeah, I also talking about the last few games, I saw somewhere the Suns could clinch the 1st seed sometime next week.
Did they not already?
if we win the next game, I'm pretty sure because we have
Sometime
we have
really
10 games left and we're 9 games above the Warriors.
Yeah.
So I think that would put us.
Yeah. I think once we clinch the 1 seed, we're gonna start resting players a little bit more. So
I think no, because you know what? I saw a tweet. I think it was from Kellen Olson. Let me try to find
Was it the video of Devin Booker? I was watching that. If that's what you're
No.
talking about.
It wasn't a video.
Oh.
Or it might have been a video, but if it was, I didn't watch it.
He had a video of him telling Devin Booker that they're on track to break the Suns regular season record.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So I do think they're going. I mean, there's 9 games left, and then, I mean, obviously they're planning to just win their next 5 or 6, I guess, to get to 63.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the last 2 games they'll rest, I imagine.
Yeah, I could see that. And I think that if Chris Paul comes back, I bet he'll play in some of those games on a minute restriction. I don't think they're going to go into the playoffs with Chris Paul cold legs. not having played a game in almost 2 months. But I think he'll be on
Yeah.
some type of minute restriction.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you guys want him to like get some playing time before the playoffs?
I think in the last two, just like Brandon was saying, last 3 games, maybe like 10, 15 minutes just to get warm. So he's not going in there just completely cold.
Mhm.
I think it also depends on who we play in the playoffs too.
Yeah, things we won't even know because of the play-in.
What do you guys think of the play-in?
Like in general,
Yeah, do you like it?
I do like it. It's obviously, as a fan, it's very entertaining. But I also, like we were talking about earlier, how like the Timberwolves are like so many games ahead of the Lakers, and they still have to play in the play-in just because they're the 7th seed.
Dude, I feel awful making the Lakers play in that play-in game.
Yeah, they can't lose. They have to win both their games to be in the playoffs because they're not
Dude,
going to overtake the Clippers.
do we think Anthony Davis is gonna even be healthy?
No,
If he's healthy, he's gonna get hurt in the play-in game.
he rushes back way too fast, and then he gets hurt again.
Let's see if there's any update.
Really, bro, AD should just sit so that he can heal everything.
Yeah.
So
Because
5
right
days
now
ago,
he's wasting his prime.
5 days ago, Anthony Davis said he's very optimistic that he's going to return this season, but he's not 100% confident because there are only 16 regular season games left. That was 5 days ago. So
Yeah.
Damn, how many games do the Lakers have left?
12.
Is it 12?
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
What I was saying about the play-in is that, like, see, the Timberwolves are 10.5 games up on the Lakers, and they still have to play in the play-in, which I think it's a great opportunity for like the lower teams to fight for a chance at the playoffs, but it's also a negative for the teams that should like already be in the playoffs, but they still have to play.
The reason I think it's good is because let's face it, Minnesota's not going on a deep playoff run. And I think like it still gives them a reason to get fans in their seats since they're winning.
Minnesota's going to be the Cinderella team this year.
I know, I just jinxed it. But just since they make the playoffs, they're getting people in their seats, and they're giving fans hope. But even if they were to get kicked out of the playoffs from the play-in, now they get a lottery pick. So,
dude, the Timberwolves this year are what the 2019 Suns were supposed to be, if the COVID lockdown didn't happen.
And if Aiden didn't miss 25 games.
Yeah, literally. 2019 was supposed to be that like season for us where we like are like the young, scrappy, like 8 or 7 seed. You know what I'm talking about?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it got cut short. And then we just skipped all the way to like best team in the league.
Yeah.
I want to see what our record was before Ayton went out.
Well, he got suspended after the first game.
Was it the first game?
Yeah.
Yeah, we won the first game, I'm pretty sure.
We won. It was
Yeah,
I was there. It was against
ass.
the Kings. We blew them out.
Yeah.
I was there.
I thought I remember Ayton going out after a few games in, but
no, it was after the first game.
Yeah, it was it was the first one. I just thought it was like that year was crazy because we had Aaron Bain starting at center, and then we had like Javon Carter getting a ton of minutes. It was just a great year.
I'm gonna see what the Suns' record was when Ayton played that season.
Kelly Oubre was averaging like 19 points per game or something.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was a really fun year.
That was 1920.
Yeah.
Yikes. One. I'm not going to sit here and like be quiet and count because we're recording a podcast, so I'm not going to do that right now. But
oh, you were actually going through and counting individually.
I was about to, and then I was like, you know what? That's probably not a good idea.
Is that not something you can find on StatMuse? We're like,
I have no idea how you would word that on Stat News.
You can look up DeAndre Ayton record 2019-2020 or the Suns record with DeAndre Ayton. You should be able to. But either way, we were supposed to do big things that year. Ayton was really good, and then luckily we signed a campaign before the bubble, and that worked out great.
yeah, I
For us.
hope this a lot.
That worked out amazing.
Yeah, I'm so sad that we didn't get our, because I feel like teams would take us a lot more seriously now. Like it wouldn't be the same narrative if it's all Chris Paul if
Mhm.
they had seen that season where Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton led them to the playoffs,
Yeah,
which
Just
would have happened. Like
one-
not even like even if Ayton still gets suspended and they're at their just current record, I think they still make it. Because
Yeah.
I think they do you think they still would have introduced the play in that season without the bubble?
I don't think so.
No, I think it was more of a test during the bubble, and then they just stuck with it.
Okay, but I still think the Suns probably figure it out and sneak into the playoffs. But even still, like if Ayton doesn't get suspended, that's a playoff team.
Yeah,
Maybe like a 7 seed, honestly.
Mm-hmm. They'd be doing exactly what the Timberwolves are now, where they start off kind of rocky and they're around like 500, and then they take off towards the end of the season and start breaking away. That's exactly what would have happened. But then COVID.
was
how about
Jalen
Roth?
Smith? Jalen Smith was our draft pick after the bubble year, right?
Yeah.
Just
It was,
making
Yeah.
sure.
It was Cam Johnson that year, and then Jalen Smith the year after.
Dude, you guys do not understand. I guess you guys do understand, but like other fans do not understand like how excited we were to be in the position we were after going, in the bubble with a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
We
And then
were
we picked
so
Jalen Smith.
excited.
Yeah.
And it ended up being technically a good pick, just not for us.
Yeah, because he's balling in Indiana right now.
And I'd argue it was still a good pick for us because we got Torrey Craig back.
Yeah, I remember watching that draft live when I was in college
Yeah. I was
during a
watching-
study table for baseball.
I was at work I was at work at a grocery store at Albertsons, and I was filling a milk shelf, and I had my phone propped up on the milk crate, and I had my headphones in, and I heard them read off the Phoenix Suns like Jalen Smith, and I'm standing in the cooler, the milk cooler, and I'm like, who? Like at this, I'm like, bro, I was distraught, bro.
Yeah.
First, I was so mad we didn't take Halliburton. I was like, dude, when Halliburton dropped, I was like, dude, we're gonna get Halliburton. I'm so happy.
Or Devin Vassell.
Or Devin Vassell, he was on my list too. And then Jalen
actually
Smith. I was like, bro, what?
I have a similar story about work. It was during the bubble as well. I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, and like they sent me to the cooler to like rearrange the milk or whatever. And it was during the Suns and Clippers game, the one where Booker hit that buzzer beater.
Oh yeah.
So I just check ESPN, and I'm just looking at the score. I'm like, oh shit, it's like a 1-point game or something. So I was just literally chilling in the cooler, just watching the game. And then I was freaking out in the cooler.
I had something similar for when Book hit the game winner against the Mavericks last season.
Yeah.
But that was such
Nothing-
a clean shot. I love that shot.
Nothing crazy happened. I literally just watched it at work. I had to watch so many Suns games at work last season.
I'm not sad because of course we're winning, but like I'm gonna miss the feeling of draft night because that's always such an exciting night, especially when your team has a good pick.
Like when you like don't
Yeah,
know
low-key.
about college basketball, and you just do your research for like a month straight. You do all this research who this is going to draft, and they
Yeah.
draft
Well-
someone completely different.
Well, I can look forward to that with the Seahawks now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
at least. So I guess silver lining.
Welcome to the club, man.
Yeah, if the listeners didn't know already, Aryan's a Bears fan, and unfortunately, I can't say that that's more poverty than me anymore because we both don't have quarterbacks.
No, we got a quarterback. Man.
Who?
Justin Fields, man.
Justin Fields. We'll see about Justin.
Well, he doesn't have
I don't know.
he doesn't really have a a wide receiver to throw to
Well,
anymore.
we don't need to make
Allen
this
Robinson is gone.
Let's not make this a football podcast. Let's kind of get back to the game because there are more players I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, actually, Landry Shamet, I wanted to say.
Yes, he had a really good game.
He had a great-
Everyone's just playing so good lately.
Yeah.
Like, can't complain.
Yeah, like Shamet shot 5 for 11, 50% from 3, 3 for 6. He had 14 points. I just like, yeah, the shots he's taking are a little bit better now than they were before.
Just better quality shots, yeah.
Quality.
And-
And the open ones he's actually hitting, which he wasn't hitting before.
And I think that's the difference is he's hitting the open ones. But
Yeah.
there's still a few shots a game where he takes those little running fadeaway threes. But
Yeah.
like I think because he's making his open ones, he's more confident. So we get to see a few of those go in a game, which is it's nice.
Yeah.
And the little curl around catching, like not even catch and shoot, like literally like in the air 3. That's
Mhm.
normally a shot. I know he was hitting that in Brooklyn. He was hitting that on the Clippers. That's his shot. It wasn't falling in Phoenix, but it's not falling yet, but it will soon.
I think he's just getting his confidence now, which is so dangerous with us only 10
Yeah.
games away from the playoffs.
Same with Torrey Craig.
Yeah. I don't think teams understand how dangerous we are right now.
Dude, I guess our weakness is rebounding,
Even the last
but
few
that's
games, it hasn't
very
been.
easy. That's very easily. That's just effort from Aiton is the rebounding
Mhm.
solution. That's it.
Everybody else needs to crash the paint. That's it when he's boxing out.
Yeah. So
Which it
I
wasn't
don't like.
last year in the playoffs. Rebounding wasn't too big of an issue for us.
Yeah, I don't remember it being like a
No.
big thing until the Bucks,
Yeah, which that's just because of size.
and we have the size thing. So
Yes, especially if we just do what we did on just run Aiton and McGee or Aiton and
Biombo,
Biombo,
and
or
McGee and
Biombo and
Biombo,
Aiton.
yeah.
Speaking of that,
All
JaVale
the
had a pretty
combinations.
Yeah.
good game today. I like
Yeah,
JaVale.
facts.
Yeah.
JaVale was great today. He just, and I mean, he's getting more comfortable without Chris Paul,
Yeah,
which I think is significant.
And he's another person who's starting to show a lot more effort just in general.
Yeah.
Like he's chasing loose balls. Like I don't know. He had a really cool putback today over Vucevic that I just thought was hilarious.
yeah.
It was like a
just
Shamit 3 that bounced in and out, or maybe it was a campaign 3, one of the two, and it just like bounced perfectly into his hands, and he just laid it up. And McGee or Vucevic just standing there like, what the fuck?
What I like about McGee is that he's not trying to run the offense as much anymore.
Yeah.
Chris Paul came out. Now he's doing what he was originally doing, standing in the paint, getting boards. He's not doing his playmaking anymore.
I think that all these injuries for us is like it's actually kind of like a gift because a lot of our players, especially role players, are starting to like find their role a lot more, or like get comfortable in their role. I want to say.
Yeah, and especially because the injury's not too serious, so it's like these guys are getting more comfortable, and then the people will just come right back. So these guys will be comfortable on the bench, the second unit.
Yeah. I just hope like the playoff kind of pressure doesn't hurt them that much.
Yeah, it didn't do too much last year to them, and it was their first time.
I feel like I'm more scared for Shamit in that role because he's just starting to get comfortable now in games that don't matter at all.
Yeah.
So I'm just a little scared of playoffs come around and there's a lot more pressure, especially if we make it to the finals again. He needs to hit open shots. Like that's too important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was watching the Bulls broadcast because obviously we're in Chicago. They were talking about campaign. They were saying how he looks so comfortable running the starting offense like this as a starter. They're saying that could be really, really helpful for him because he'll just slide right back into the bench,
Mm-hmm.
and do the same exact thing he was doing. Just
have you guys seen that news article from the Bulls?
I retweeted that earlier.
That says the Bulls were like, we knew from the first day that Cameron Payne just could not play or something like that.
Yeah.
And now he's low-key the starting point guard on the best team in the league.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, I won't blame them because at the time he was really, really bad.
He was.
Yeah, he was terrible.
But I think it's just a really cool story how he's coming back now and just he's that guy. He's possibly the best backup point guard in the league, and
Facts.
he's starting now.
Who
So
else would be better?
I don't even know who backup point guards even are in the league.
Because like anyone in 6 man of the year contention, like,
Isn't a point guard.
yeah, Hero, Clarkson, those are both shooting guards. I feel like
Yeah, I
there's
don't
someone
know. I
obvious
couldn't.
that we're just probably completely missing,
Probably Terry Rozier.
I
Yeah.
guess. But one's on the best team in the NBA and one's on literally a mid team.
he's having a shaky year this year too. So
Yeah, man. I don't. Oh, this is from January of this year. Ranking backup point guards.
perfect.
3 months ago.
D'Anthony Melton's on here.
Remember when he was in the Suns?
This list doesn't have campaign on it.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But I mean, I guess I could know like how many people. What is it? Top 10?
It's top 5.
Oh.
I mean, I think as of March, he's the best.
This list goes.
even
This
January
list
I
has
said
2
top 5.
players from the Grizzlies, by the way.
Because media just likes to gargle on the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
It's D'Anthony Melton at 5, DeLon Wright at 4, Anthony Simons at 3. He's not
I
even a
forgot
backup.
about him. Yeah, he's not a backup anymore. So
Tyus Jones at 2. Is he even good?
really,
Tyus Jones is not he's not all that.
what's
then-
who was one?
Tyler Hero.
Oh, but he's not a point guard. I wouldn't even consider him a point guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we're playing like that game we played earlier, are the other 3 that you named that were actually point guards, or other 2, whoever it was, would you rather have them or campaign?
Campaign.
Exactly.
Campaign is putting up Chris Paul production and efficiency right now.
Yeah.
So
Campaign is playing so good that I don't mind him playing, or I don't mind him being our starting point guard when Chris Paul's gone.
yeah,
And I would not have
we
said that
talked
in
about
January.
this.
I would not have said that in January.
Yeah, I was always kind of like low on Campaign. Something about him just always I don't know what it was. I was just never
I think
100% on him.
The Suns broadcast team said it perfectly today. They said that what they've seen that Campaign has realized that he doesn't need to score to be beneficial to the team,
Mhm.
and which has brought him more opportunities to score and more confidence. Because his pull up 3, he's hitting them super consistently now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I still have those flashbacks. Whenever he takes them, I'm always like, no, don't fucking shoot. But
Yeah.
he's making them now, so I'm not used to it.
Yeah. The thing with Campaign is that no matter how bad he's playing throughout the game, he'll hit some perfect timing shot. Or he'll come down and hit back-to-back deep threes.
Yeah,
the
just
game
go on
goes.
we just go. They have a 10-0 run on us,
Yeah.
and he'll just come down and hit a 3.
Can you guys imagine I feel like the lineup of Campaign, Shamit, I'm blanking, Craig, Cam Johnson, and JaVale, that's maybe a 12 seed
Yeah.
Yeah,
as a starting lineup.
I think they can win some games.
Yeah. So because Cam John, I mean, I guess you don't have a star there, but I mean, compare that starting 5 to the Rockets or Magic starting 5. I feel like it's not. I mean, I guess I'd have to actually look. I couldn't tell you either of their starting 5s, but I feel like it's pretty close.
Yeah, and especially that would let Cam Johnson be the number 1 guy. And I feel like he could really do that.
Yeah. All right. Let's. Is there anyone else from the game that had a good game? Oh, I do want to. I think Elfrid Payton lost his roster spot to Ish Wainwright tonight.
After Ish
No
Wainwright
joke.
locked up DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, I mean that's the joke, funny answer to why, but I mean what did Elfrid Payton do tonight?
No, I tried to make it make sense in my head as to why we played him instead of Aaron Holiday.
Who
I
knows?
came to the conclusion that maybe it was just a matchup thing
That's what
because
Monty said.
oh okay, I didn't see that. I just assumed with like the Bulls are a lot taller than most teams, especially at the guard position.
Mhm.
So, like with Io playing, I'm pretty sure he's pretty tall. He's probably like 6'4", 6'5". With Aaron Holiday being so small, I think that Elfrid Payton just gave us a little bit more size.
That's exactly what Monty said.
Oh,
There's one thing I'll say about Alfred Payton. He's like the worst offensive player I've ever seen. But he
Oh
is
my gosh.
they can leave him open
pretty
anywhere
good
on the court, and
defender.
he
He is not a bad defender if you need him to be.
Do you guys remember back in like I think it was 2018 when Elfrid Payton came to the Suns?
Yeah,
I forget. It was like through a trade, right?
I don't remember.
Or was it a signing? I don't remember, but I remember that in his first game he had a triple double, and we all thought Elfrid Payton was like our
the point guard
savior.
over the future.
Yeah, we thought Elfrid Payton had come to save us.
And that's so
And
weird to
then-
think of because I cannot see him getting even a double anymore.
No,
Like,
he had a couple triple doubles last season for the
Yeah.
Suns.
He's not.
oh, you said that's. I thought you said last season. I was like, he didn't play.
No, that season.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
not a bad passer.
No, I was gonna say he's not really a bad ball handler. If you think
He's better than he was
Yeah.
before.
Mhm.
He's a lot more confident, I think, and he's a lot more decisive. That he had a nice pass to Mikal when Mikal cut to the hoop.
Mhm.
It was just a good looking pass, you know.
Yeah. So we got him for a second round pick. We traded them a second round pick.
For Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
I kind of thought he was like an add-on to a different trade. I didn't think we traded for him straight
No.
up.
Straight up second round pick for Alfred Payton.
But then did we trade him again or did he just leave in free agency?
I think he left, from what I know.
Because I
Did he go straight
remember
to the Knicks after that, or did
he
he go to a
obviously
different
did.
team first?
After that, he just he left, and then he went to a different team.
Where?
He signed back with the Magic.
Oh, Magic and then Knicks.
I think so, or he went to the Knicks actually. Hold on.
I didn't know if there was a team before the Knicks before.
No, yeah, he just went to the Knicks.
Damn, so he was on the Knicks for a long time.
Yeah,
For like 3 years. That's
He's
kind of
one of
crazy.
those players that just gets cut a lot and just re-signed.
It's probably a locker room thing, mainly, where he's still somewhat competent to get 5 minutes a night.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Really quick before we wrap it up. I know you guys aren't wearing your jerseys now, but what jerseys were
No.
you guys rocking today?
I was wearing campaigns, so
I had my Mikal Bridges Valley.
Hey, yeah, I'm still on that one too. This one's still undefeated, 4-0 now with the Mikal Bridges jersey, the Valley
gotta
Mikal
keep rocking
Bridges.
it.
So yeah, it's staying on until you lose. So is there anything else from the game you guys wanted to touch on? We pretty much covered. We didn't talk about the Bulls, but who cares?
No,
They played awful.
because
Yeah,
they're
pretty
bad.
Yeah.
They're just bad.
They're a pretender for sure.
Oh, easily.
Thank you so much for listening to the We Know Ball podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Mikal Bridge. You can find Arian on Twitter at what's his at? Hold on. Arian, what's your at?
Arian S19.